In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to try and elaborate what it takes to start a career in tech sales and scale to making $300K a year. I see a lot of people promoting out there that it's possible to make $200K your first year or $300K your first year in tech sales, which just straight up isn't true. My journey is I got in as a BDR/SDR, made $55K base my first year, $75K after commissions, worked my way up to account executive. Now I'm a BDR manager for a team of 6 in Montreal, and I still sell as an account executive full cycle, so I'm still cold calling as my own BDR. I'm basically doing 3 jobs now that I think of it. I just want to provide you the realistic insight so that if you're analyzing whether tech sales is for you or if this is what you want to do, you at least have a roadmap and the options that you can take to get there. Getting into it, you don't need experience or even a college degree. That's what I did. I got in without either of those. And actually after this video, if you want to see how I broke into tech without having experience or degree, and how I'm an account executive and BDR manager today, how to follow in my footsteps, check the community in the link below after the video. Completely free guide. Hella people are in there and you have access to me, so I'll see you there. Now, in all these job titles are gonna say that you need 1 or 2 years of experience, and you just straight up don't. You just need to prove that you have the competence to do the job, and the best way to do that is to do the job to get the job. So you're cold calling, emailing, and whatnot. Now in this video, I won't go over everything of how to land the job. It's just about the career path, but there's 2 different ways that you can get in. You can get your foot in the door into tech sales through an inbound role, which is super entry level. You are getting warm leads from like marketing leads or whatever, like somebody filled out a form on the website. You're picking up the phone, you're calling them, you're setting meetings. Great place to start. But after inbound, then you promote to outbound. And in the outbound role, this is where I started. And if you're worried about a timeline and trying to get to 300K as fast as possible, that's where I would recommend you to start. Outbound is where you're cold calling people and setting up meetings. Now, it's a lot harder, it's a lot more stress, but it's still an entry-level role, and it will get you to the account executive position faster because you don't have to wait the 12 months or however long it takes to promote from inbound to outbound SDR. Now, the whole hype about account executive, this is where you will make a lot of money. If the organization is big enough, they will segment out the BDR function, the outbound function. What I mean by segment out, SMB, small, medium business, is typically 0 to 50 employees. Commercial is typically 50 to some call it 250, some call it 500, some call it 1,000. And then enterprise is super big deals. And every time you move up, if we're talking about SMB, then it's a lot more deals that move a lot faster at a lot lower deal size. Commercials, a little less deals for a little bigger size that move a little slower, and enterprise are huge deals that take forever to source, and they're very hard to get a hold of. So it requires skill each way up. Not every company segments out their BDR function. Sometimes it goes straight from BDR to senior BDR to account executive, but most companies do segment out that account executive role. Now, when you get promoted from SMB to account executive, you can expect to make on the lower end 110 to 180 on target earnings. Keep this in mind. When you're a BDR, your base salary will span from, I've actually seen 40,000, which I wouldn't advise you to accept, but I've seen it span from 50 to 55 is average, and then if you hit your commissions, you'll make 75 as a BDR. Actually, this is crazy, but I actually know somebody that's getting paid 90K as a BDR because they're an enterprise BDR, but that's like, don't expect that. If you have no experience and you're trying to get in, 50 to 55, and you'll make 20 to 25 on top of your base with your commission. When you're account executive, check this out. They don't raise your base to 110K. They might keep it at 55, but it's typically a 50-50 split. So if you hit your target and you're making 55, then at the end of the year, you will have made 110. This is why it's so important when you're on your job hunt to make sure that the company you're applying for has a good promotion track and that the AEs are hitting quota. Now, you go up from SMB to commercial to enterprise, and you can very well make 180 your first year as an SMB AE, depending on where you work and how much you exceed quota. But the enterprise role is where the $300,000 a year is likely, at least $200,000. But with the big ticket deals, you're getting huge commissions, and you likely will make 300K. But that might take you, let's see, a year as a BDR to 2 years. We'll just say 2 years to be optimistic or pessimistic. 2 years as a BDR, now we're an SMB AE, about 12 months to work your way up the ranks. Might take you 5 or 6 years to make that 300K in tech sales, and you're not going to make anywhere near that as a BDR. Now, I don't know if I'm over 5 minutes yet, but at some point in your career, you'll have the choice. Do you want to move into management or stay as an individual contributor? The individual contributor, an enterprise AE is an individual contributor. An AE, a BDR is an individual contributor, meaning you're responsible for contributing to the company for just yourself. When you move into management, you're responsible for people underneath you. And I've always had the dream where I want to work up the ranks and there's more upward mobility, but you'll probably make more if you stay as an enterprise AE and you stay there for the next 10 years. At some point, whether you're an SMB AE or commercial AE, you'll have the choice if there's an opening to move to BDR manager or AE team lead or go straight to AE manager. And then it's another 12 months for promotion, or it depends where you're at, whether they have headcount, if they're growing. But taking the management route is the only way to work your way up to director of sales, director of West Coast sales, VP of sales, and CEO. And that's always been my dream. And of course, CEOs will make a couple mil. But the enterprise AE role will make you more money consistently over time. Enterprise AEs probably make more than VPs of sales because of the potential of making uncapped commission. So I hope this helped you create a 5 or 10 year plan and help determine whether or not this is for you. I make videos like this every Saturday. Most of them are like giving you insight on what the role's like, or how I broke into tech sales, or if it's for you, or some hard truths about it. I have a free community in the link below that you can join with a free guide on how to break into tech. And that's going to be the end of this video. It's Halloween, so I'm going to go dress up as Mr. Incredible, and I'm going to get out of here. Thanks.